Plaintiff Lauren Hise says a few months after the defendant rented a room in her house, she started bringing married men into their home and confessed that she uses older men for money. Lauren's suing her former roommate because she broke their lease by moving out early and owes her for unpaid rent. Defendant Tara Lee says soon after she moved in, Lauren allowed her ex-boyfriend to stay with them, despite the fact that he had recently been in prison for attempted murder. Tara claims she moved out because she feared for her safety, and she's countersuing for emotional distress.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you.
I purchased the home on October 28, 2005. It was a brand new home, my first home purchase. I placed an ad on the internet looking for a roommate. Terica responded to my ad. She came over to the house. I met her. I showed her the house. She seemed normal and clean, and she agreed with all the things that I felt I was looking for in a roommate. And she signed the lease and moved in November, a one-year lease. The first couple months went by pretty smooth. After the first couple months, things just went downhill. The rent started coming in late. She would have older married men over that she said
No, I did not. No, any guy that I had over, you were talking to their friends, so that means you had just as many guys as I had over, correct?
No, that's not true.
Well, no wonder y'all live together. You had a lot in common. Huh?
That's not true, Your Honor. I didn't know any of her friends, and I didn't associate with them. I met a couple of them, and out of kindness offered them drinks or whatever while they were in my house. But
she wasn't there?
No, she was there.
So why couldn't she offer them the drinks? They were her
Because
friends.
she was there talking to their friends.
You know I know that.
Okay.
Go ahead. That's why she was offering them
Exactly.
the drinks.
Well,
Go
I feel
ahead.
like if someone's in my home, I'm the hospitable
But they're
person.
her friends. She's supposed to be the hospitable one.
I conversed with them, but I wasn't.
Let's move on, ma'am. I wasn't born yesterday.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So anyway, she would tell me about how she would use these older men for money to pay her bills and things like that.
Money. I go to work every day.
Okay. Anyway, Your Honor, so obviously that didn't last for very long because she stopped paying her rent on time come the third month, and each month it got later and later. She was paying.
How many months did she fail to pay on time?
From December until she moved out in August.
Because I was trying to get out of your house, but my
Ma'am, please.
When she moved out in August, that was before her lease was over with. So according to the lease, and I'd like to show you the lease if I could.
Let me see it, please. Go ahead.
According to the lease, it states that if you terminate the lease early before a year, that you have to pay 1 month in advance to terminate it. She also didn't pay me anything for August.
Okay, and how much was that?
That was, I have a breakdown here for you if you'd like to see it.
All right. Ma'am, what do you want to tell me thus far?
Well, Your Honor, within a week of me being there, her ex-boyfriend, who she hadn't talked to in at least 6 months, had just gotten out of jail for attempted murder or attempted robbery, and he's at our house for 2 weeks.
Your Honor, that's so not true.
Yes, it is.
She's making this up?
He came to visit me for 2 weeks. That's correct.
Everything else is correct. For attempted murder?
No, that's not correct.
Okay. Wasn't in jail?
No.
Okay.
He came to visit me. I moved.
Lived there for 2 weeks?
He didn't live there. He visited me for 2 weeks.
Okay. So on the porch?
No. He stayed in my bedroom.
That's what I mean. Yes,
sir.
living inside the home.
Yeah.
For 2 weeks?
It wasn't his residence, but I guess
2 weeks.
Okay.
His residence was prison, she says.
She said.
All right. You never been to prison?
No.
Where do you get that from?
This is what she told me. I didn't know who the gentleman was until he showed up the day when she picked him up from the
Gotcha.
airport.
And you say it was a violation of you all's agreement?
Because according to the lease here, it says that guests are not supposed to stay no longer than 7 days without the consent of the owner.
Is that true?
Your Honor, that's her lease. Those are the rules she's to live by. I own the home.
Okay.
She leases
You're
out
right.
the basement.
Oh, she's right.
It's interesting that she doesn't have to abide by the rules because she owns
It's
the
her
place.
house. That's right.
I didn't think
She
about
make the rules. Make the rules, break the rules, do whatever she wants. You don't like it, leave, right?
Not necessarily. I'm not that type of person.
No, I am. You don't mind. Living in my house. Go ahead.
So within the next 2 weeks, she lost her job. Within the next month, she lost her second job. That's when everything started going down here because it's, oh, Terica, I need the money early for this month, and I'm having problems with this, so she moved another guy in. And I asked her, while the time he's here, are you going to adjust my rent? No, he's just visiting.
How did he interfere with your,
But the way the house
is there a
is,
lower level?
yeah, that's the area that I was on. I was on the
So
lower
what do you
level.
have to do with what's going on upstairs?
Because that's if I'm coming in.
Move on. Do you owe this woman this money? Let's get to that.
I agreed
Did
to
you
pay.
fail to pay rent for the month of August?
Yes, I have. But I offered to pay Lauren that money.
Good enough, you offered. Today we're going to accept your offer. Now, early
Can I tell you why?
termination, ma'am, listen to me. Early termination of lease fee. Do you believe you owe that?
No, because she went in my room. She violated my privacy.
What did she go in your room and do?
She went. I had an iron of hers, or there was a. She came home one day. She said there was a smell in the house, and I'm telling her that I didn't leave the smell in the house. If you cook,
Please
and
tell
you
me
leave-
what she did.
She went through my room through the back door.
And did what?
She got an iron and a bowl out of my room.
Ma'am?
Your Honor, Terica was acting more suspicious than usual. It states in the lease that I'm allowed to inspect the premises at any given point in time.
What
for any
clause?
fees.
What page and clause?
Inspection of premises.
Tell me
at
what page,
the bottom of
please.
page 1, number 13.
Inspection of premises. Owner and owner's agent shall have the right at all reasonable times during the term of this agreement and in renewal that to enter the premises for the purpose of inspecting the premises. Next.
Stay tuned. The case continues after this.
If I would put anything in the refrigerator, Lauren would move it to the back, or I bought a bread box. She put my bread box in the
And for
closet.
that you want how much?
$300 because I went to the doctor.
How about the security deposit? Why do you want that back? I got your point. You want $300 because she moved the loaf of bread around in the refrigerator. What else?
You